dreams that you could don't do skid you don't do skid you want don't do skid.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Roblox video. So you guys said that you would like to see a video called the history of GPR3 or my Roblox account, or like whatever the title I make is, something along those lines. You guys just kind of want to know how I found Roblox, what happened, like how I came to be, and how I came to have 150,707,000 place visits, how I'm able to get a bunch of Robux, kind of the whole shebang. So we're just gonna play my game here while we talk about it. So guys, I found Roblox in April of 2008, or it might have been even March. My first account unfortunately was deleted. I can't even remember the username, but I know that it was banned for spamming. I think I was spamming the comment section telling people to go to my game. So guys, rip to my first account. One like equal one rip. But yeah, so my first account was banned, and obviously that was sad. And so I went on to make the account GPR, the original. And so then, you know, I didn't really want to make GPR. Like, I didn't like just GPR. I wanted a number with it because for some reason I liked numbers being there too. So like, I wanted numbers, not really sure why. So I made GPR2, and I was on that for a while. And guys, I was such a noob at this point. It was 2008. I think I was not even 11 yet. I was still 10 at this point when I first found Roblox. And so I was literally 10 years old, and so I made GPR2, and I forgot my password. My mom's computer like fried, so she had to get a new one, and I never even signed out of GPR2, so I didn't even know the password. And so I was like, whatever, I just gave up on GPR2. So I go on to make GPR3, which I know that's kind of funny because like you wouldn't expect to just forget a password. I didn't even know that there was like an email reset, guys. That's how newbie I was. All right, I didn't even know there was a password reset. How newbie is that? How newbie is that? So like, I was like, you know, whatever, this is just ridiculous. So I made GPR3, guys, and then after I made GPR3, I was playing some Roblox games some more, kind of getting into it more. I was going around just the Roblox like models page, because obviously I'm a noob. I don't know how to build anything. You guys take note. This game here would be a 12 out of 10 quality build for back in the day. Like, you couldn't build anything. It was absolutely potato. Everyone who even tried to make a game, guys, it was so bad looking. I mean, like, absolutely horrendous. If you did this right here, you would be the best builder on Roblox back in the day. So that pretty much happened, and then you know, I was just finagling around in free models, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a cart ride. So I look in free models, I find this giant cart ride, has about 10 loops up, and I wanted to make it, my goal was 200 loops long. So like, I would have to replicate it obviously like 20 times, and you would have to line up, like, you see how these parts are lined up right here on the ground? The tracks would have to be perfectly lined up. So I thought I was so pro lining up the tracks 20 times, so that way the cart could go like all the way up the whole thing, and you make it, what I called it is heaven. It's what I called it up there. And so after you'd get there, you'd get a VIP and stuff, and I never thought anything would ever happen with this game, guys. And funny enough, the second day that I had it out, I was spamming the comment section again. Thank God I didn't get banned on GPR3, because we probably wouldn't even, I don't even know if we'd be here right now. And so my game at the time, guys, if you were on front page, you had 200 people on your game. Like, if you had 200 people on your game, you were front page, you were like a legend at that point, you know? Like, people didn't have famous games, and so my game got famous. It actually went to front page. Thanks to my man's Cal for helping me out with that. And it was literally insane because I was on front page. I actually topped it the most. I think it had 323 players or 327. I can't remember exactly, but it was the top of the games page. No one had ever got that high before on games. That was the most players ever in a game on Roblox. So fast forward multiple years down the road, it's like 2009 or 10. I quit for a year. I'm like, you know, I'm getting bored. This just isn't for me right now. And so I quit for a year. Come back like late 2010, I think it was, maybe early. I think it was like August 2010, because that's when I started foruming again. So I'm like, you know what, we're gonna get back into games. So I start to make a game. It's called Are You Evil Obby, and it has the evil Patrick from SpongeBob. And I was like, this is the perfect thumbnail, and I called it Are You Evil Obby. And I'm like, this has to get players. This is gonna be awesome. And so at that point they had advertisements, and I'm like, holy crap, this could actually be really cool, because I had some Robux saved up and just tickets, because I was AFK for a year and my game got like 30 more thousand visits, so I had tickets to spend. And back then tickets were like what you'd buy everything with. Like Robux were like pretty much useless back then. And so I decided to, overnight, I was going to spend all my 37,000, 38,000 tickets on ads for my game. So I just made the Are You Evil ads, and I woke up to a game on front page. I think it had like 800 people or 900. I was like blown away by all the people that were on the game. Like I literally couldn't even believe it, because obviously when I left before, like it topped like 400, so it like doubled in players. I was like kind of freaking out. It was amazing. And so pretty much from then on, I was hooked to trying to get games to the front page, and I kind of had a dark time where my games were really low quality, and I would just try to do it for the Robux, which obviously I was just a young kid, so I wasn't thinking anything different. I mean, like that's what kids think, is just like, I just want Robux. So like, but then as the years went on, you know, I got I think it was like 1 million visits, and I was like, you know what, guys, my games need to be a little more quality. Like that's what I was thinking. So I made them more quality, and as time went on, I started to get more visits because the games got a little bit better. And I think it was 2012, 13, I hit 10 million visits, and I was like, wow. You know, like 10 million visits, like that's absolutely insane that 10 million times someone decided to play the game that I put together, and some of my friends helped make. Some of my games back then were the super fun obby that equivalated about 30 million visits over time. I think maybe like 20 million, 25 million, something like that. And I had the Escape the Daycare obby. That was also a SpongeBob and Patrick picture, and Squidward, I believe, of them in a daycare. It was really clever. I'm like, wow, this is fire. And it actually did get front page like right after I made it, so that was pretty cool too. I had some role plays and stuff like that, but I always switched my main game, because when my game would die out, I would just think of a new game idea and not even do anything else. Like I would just think of a game idea and just switch it on my popular place, because when you had a popular place, it was a lot easier to get the game popular if it already had a lot of visits, because like people would see it in their favorites that it was different. They'd be like, ooh, what's this? And then they would go and play it and try the new game. So over the years, I would do that, and then I was like, you know what, we need to work on some different games on some different slots so I can keep a game on my main game. And I just kept it as my hobby, and it hasn't really done anything. It gets like 10,000 visits a week or something, nothing crazy. Every once in a while it does better and gets like 30, 40,000 visits, but that game pretty much just sat dormant. That's when I decided to make this game. I think it was like 2014. I'm like, you know what, I just have fun. I always played these when I first joined Roblox, so I'm like, let's make a tower game. This tower game could be pretty cool, and I think people would enjoy it, because like I just built it literally. My friend Alex helped me, by the way. Like I just wanted to make this game because I enjoyed playing it when I first started. So I was like, you know what, maybe people will enjoy it. I made it to play with my friends. I didn't make this with any purpose of it getting famous or anything. I literally made it to play with my friends. And so it made it, and I saw that there were a lot of people online, like more than any of my other games. I'm like, wow, I guess people like this game a lot. So I decided to watch this, guys, watch this. So I decided to start upgrading it, and now it's almost at 70 million visits, which is insane. I made some other tycoons and stuff like that. There's some clothing I made for Roblox. There's some other clothing. So that's pretty much how I got all my Robux, is by doing games, and mostly games, some clothing, and also a lot of trading. Around 2010 in August, that's when I started trading and foruming. Back then, you couldn't even trade for a couple years, so pretty much if you wanted to trade someone, you'd have to trust them not to scam you. I was scammed multiple times, hence why I don't trust anyone nowadays. So yeah, that was pretty insane. And 2013, the foruming came out. Trading, you had to have Turbo Builders Club, so that was obviously insane. I was like begging my mom, I'm like, Mom, can I please get it? I'll do more chores. I was like, 2013, I was like, actually no, I bought it myself probably, because I was, 2013, I would have been 15, depending on when it came out. I think it came out in April, so I was like 15. Yeah, I wasn't working too much, so I was like, hey, I'll do stuff around the house, go mow the lawn, whatever, if I can have like 15 bucks for this month to try out trading. They're like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. So I did that, and I got trading. That's what pretty much got me hooked to trading and got me over about 40 million value total over the years, which is just insane, obviously. So and then pretty much in 2016, nothing happened really, except I made some other games, just a bunch of random games, tycoons, obstacle courses, Maze Sword Fight, which Roblox tweeted out. So that was pretty cool. Me and Cow647 made a really cool Halloween badge hunt. Roblox was going to feature that for Halloween. and that was pretty cool. And then fast forward to 2016, you guys, I made a YouTube channel. I just decided to post. I already have my YouTube channel, but I never posted anything just because I didn't know if I wanted to do Roblox or real life. I wanted to do like real life videos, but then I'm like, well, you know what, let's just do Roblox because I already know Roblox really well and I have a big audience on here, so like I might as well just do it, you know, and just like give it a go. So like that's what I did, and it worked out pretty well, guys. I mean, we have over 179,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much since 2016. I've been just working on my YouTube. Recently, we've been getting back into game development, and this game is one featured and Arthro featured, so that's really awesome. So thank you to Roblox for that. Appreciated. And yeah, guys, that's kind of the history of GPR3. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below your history. I want to know. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys all so much, and hopefully we'll have a video for tomorrow. All right, guys, peace.